Namo Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Um, Today, I made a small presentation for you about sun's dispositor. Why is it important? And the context of this video is very, very simple. We are going to see what is the importance of the Gayatri initiation that we get in our childhood, and how it reflects in the Jataka, and what are the problems that we see in education if sun's dispositor is in MKS, and how do we find the remedy for it. The most simplest concept, and yet now as the schools are getting reopened, I just felt this is important for me to share these concepts. Okay, let me share the presentation for you. So as I have reiterated, uh, the first point that I would like to talk about is about the Gayatri Mantra. So usually in Sanatana Dharma, in the Hindu lifestyle, the Gayatri initiation is must for few varnas. Why do we do this? Because it has the concept of Dhi. Buddhi is for the Lagna, and Shuddhi is for the fourth house, Vriddhi is for the seventh house, and Siddhi is for the tenth house. Basically, all these are culminated, and it was given to us through the Gayatri. Uh, and in the Jataka, if we try to figure out, if we want to understand uh, the Gayatri, we use the Surya dispositor. So now, as usual, I have to give you the rule, dictum. If Surya's dispositor is in MKS, while pursuing the path of knowledge, you will feel like dying. To give an example, our Paramparik Guru Achyutananda Das has Surya in Capricorn, and he has dispositories in Virgo. It's in uh, MKS. Though it is Uchabilashi, it's in friendly sign, that's a different story altogether. But the basic point is that MKS can make you feel like dying every time you pursue the path of knowledge. Sun is the knowledge, light, the basically. Anyway, and we can find so many examples for this, but to actually give you the context and also to the beauty of the remedy working, I just find Beethoven's example to be the good thing, and finding the remedy. It's the concept. Okay, so let me show you the example. So here is the chart of Beethoven. You can get the details here. So do I have to introduce? Do I have to give the introduction to the Beethoven? I don't think it is required, but anyway. So the basic thing is with the Beethoven is that he's a great musician. At some point he was compared to uh, Mozart. So we are interested to know about him through his chart. So the step one that we have to do in the Jataka is to find the sun. Okay. And you have to read the chart from Lagna. Find the sun, read the chart from the Lagna. Who is the dispositor of the Surya in this context? Surya is in Sagittarius. Surya is in Sagittarius. Dispositor is Jupiter. Jupiter is in MKS. So what is the list of MKS? So let me just say it out loud so that you can understand. Okay, we'll start with the Surya. Surya gets MKS in 12th house. Moon gets MKS in 8th house. Mars gets MKS in 7th house. Mercury gets MKS in 4th house and 7th house. Jupiter gets MKS in 3rd house. Venus gets MKS in 6th house. Saturn gets MKS in Lagna. And Rahu gets MKS in 9th house. Ketu gets MKS in 2nd and 4th house. This is the list. Okay. Here Jupiter is in MKS. Okay, there is a problem for Beethoven to pursue the path of knowledge. But see, he was able to establish himself. Composing music is not a small thing. It's very, very intellectual by its nature. Okay. And we can see how he is able to do that from Navamsha and all. At the core of it, we are only interested how he is able to pursue the path. Usually, for MKS, we prefer Shiva Mantra, Vishnu Mantra as the remedy. But what if the MKS has started, or we have to pick up the remedy, right? So the remedy comes from the dispositor or the Karaka of the Bhava. Who is the lord of it? So Jupiter, third house, MKS, lord of it is Jupiter. Karaka is Mars. For MKS, the Graha has to be in the trines. Usually we prefer Kendras. Only for MKS, it has to be in the Kona. Okay. Uh, Here in this context, Mars is Karaka, Jupiter is an MKS, so we can't pick. Moon is, if I take Uchanatha for Jupiter, Moon is also not well placed. And Mars is the Karaka, and it is in the ninth house. Ninth house. Mars is the Karaka in the ninth house. See, the Mars is in retrogression, it has very high Chestabala. So it's in seventh house. So he has to travel a lot, travel away from the home. Can I say that? Yes. See, the Mars is dispositor of Moon and Rahu. Moon and Rahu is an eclipse yoga. Moon is in debility. But at the face value, now if I see, Moon is 10th lord and Rahu is 4th lord. Uh, and it is kind of forming a yoga. But when Moon Rahu comes together, Venus in the Jataka will go for a toss. There is a list for it, and I'll make a separate video for this. So, ninth house is the activity. So, learning from a teacher. Okay, learning from a teacher. See the Beethoven's uh, interesting timeline. So, he learned from so many teachers over a period of time. So, he started his first teacher is Franz Ries, Then the main teacher, this is the composer of Beethoven first teachers, notably the organ of the compositions. Then he went on to learn from so many teachers. So Jataka was able to find remedy automatically. So that is the beauty of the Jataka. Okay. What if there is no remedy? Okay. Then we have to pick up your mantra and make sure there is something to do with that. It's very challenging. Okay. So if something that I start my chart analysis, it's always with the Surya. Savitri is very, very important. And I hope you also take this as a hint and see how the path of knowledge is happening for you. If it is an MKS, make sure to find the remedy. Take the Lord first, Karaka next. Try to see one of them is placed in Kona, and that activity has to be pursued. So in Beethoven's case, it is a ninth house. He has to find teachers to pursue the path. Okay. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Sarvam Gurarpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.